We so silly for no reason. Good night. Good evening.
I know. Good night. Good
It is
evening.
nighttime.
Yeah, it is nighttime.
I'm stressed out. It's been a long week. So, episode 3. This is called F.U.B.U. Everybody know what F.U.B.U stands for us, by us. Race in America. So, this conversation is for black folks, by black folks. So, while we let everybody get in the room, I want us to play this little game in the chat. It's gonna be like a fill in the blank type thing. So it's like being black is dangerous, but so basically you fill it in whatever you think it is, and I start first. So being black is dangerous but funny. Like I think black people funny as hell. No matter what we go through, no matter what struggle, no matter how dangerous it is, like we gonna crack a joke about something. What about you?
Black is dangerous, but it's beautiful. I think black people are like the most beautiful people ever. Like we have so many ranges and so creative with our looks and so unique. I think we are the most beautiful people ever, in my opinion.
I think being black is dangerous, but it's like a secret society. Like it's certain stuff that only black folks get. Like wherever you are, wherever you go in the world, in the country, it's like we got a certain understanding, right? Look at Shamika, boom, we got action. So being black is dangerous, but
being black is a unique experience. Like me being black, I wouldn't want to be anything else. Like I'm glad that I'm black. If you're not black, you don't understand. You don't get it.
So we got one from the comments. Being black is weird and never will be understood because we are too powerful to unleash its full potential. Okay, Maya Angelou. Y'all get so poetic. Come on now.
Life's huge.
Black is dangerous, but we dope, down to earth, beautiful, intelligent, worthy, powerful. Y'all so deep.
I know.
Y'all so deep. Come on now. Being black is dangerous, but it's lit.
It's lit.
It's mad fun.
And black people food good as hell. Like, oof. I remember Olivia. She be like, I just want to come to your house for Thanksgiving. I want to go to Auntie Mary's house for Thanksgiving. I'm ready to eat some real food.
I bet she do.
Yeah, like black is lit.
Black is super lit. So this conversation, it's probably gonna be one of the more serious topics that we have. But if you know, Dawn and Kaylin, you know we playtime all the time.
Yeah. We can laugh at anything.
Hey, my baby, look at her calling me by my first name. Hey, my darling. So we're gonna get into it, and we have a special guest. We have Mr. Charlie Crenshaw, and we're gonna go ahead and let him in. I should let him into the chat.
I know.
You remember chat rooms? You've been.
I was afraid of chat room.
You probably was on the chat line.
Yeah, we used to play on chat line all day. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, what's going on, ladies? How y'all doing?
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me? I hear y'all.
It's like a mime. It's like a
Hey. Hello.
Can y'all hear Charlie? I promise y'all we
Mic
just did a
check,
sound check.
1, 2.
Y'all can hear Charlie?
They said they can hear, but why we can't?
We can't hear Charlie.
It's because we have to.
Y'all can hear Charlie. We just can't hear Charlie.
I might need to drop and then come back.
Okay.
We can hear Charlie.
Can we hear you?
Yeah.
Man, look. We done got professional. And we got these doggone Tyler Perry mics. You know them joints they be having on their forehead. And we got these Tyler Perry mics. And baby, we couldn't even hear you. So we're gonna lose these Tyler Perry microphones, and we just gonna thug it out like how we do.
Right.
So Charlie, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we want to lead this conversation off with some statistics. So I was online, right? And it was this article that I found that said most Black adults have negative views about the country's racial progress. The first statistic says that race relations in the U.S. are generally bad. 71% of black people think that race relations in the U.S. are bad. 56 of white people feel like they're bad. So let's just start off like that. What do we really feel about race relations in the U.S. right now?
Before I get into the race relations, I want to pretty much salute you two, for wanting to have conversations that can be tough and elevate the people. I definitely want to say that I'm humbled to be on to engage in a conversation that's solution oriented and not just complaining. Now, I do want to say I kind of hear an echo in my ear. Do y'all hear that?
We don't.
I might need to take this Bluetooth out.
If you take it,
because that's gonna throw me off.
It's gonna give us bad. It's gonna be bad feedback.
If I take it off, it's gonna be a bad echo.
You gotta keep it on.
For real.
Yeah. We try.
But it's working. I'm telling you, the people hear you clearly.
Yeah.
We'll push through. Okay. So I guess we going into race relations. I think with race relations, I'm thinking about, it's throwing me off so bad. I'm sorry. Take these out. Can y'all still hear me?
We hear you.
Okay. With race relations, I'm gonna say, what's the approach to improving race relations? I think it's important to focus on what groups have in common and focusing on the unique experiences of each racial and ethnic group. That's a huge thing. And I think, like, in the workplace in the corporate environment that I come from, we focus on the things that's unique about, like, our Black culture. What are the things that we're proud about, and what are the things that we have in common? Because that creates a level of empathy, in my opinion. What you think, Chuck?
Yeah, I agree. I think we got a couple of challenges, I think, when it comes to race relations, right? I think, one, when it comes from the white perspective, I think that there's a bit of fear. I think white America is really fearful for all the things that have transpired. I think they're fearful because it looks like we're making progress. Black Lives Matters for Black folks says we're so close. So for Black folk, I think it's anxious. Black people are anxious. We're almost there. We're making progress. We're changing legislation, right? We're doing a second term in the White House. Barack Obama first, Kamala Harris is going to be second. So we're making some progress. We're not just treading water. We're actually going somewhere in the water. But I think for white America, I think that there's a fear. Not sure. Once we even the playing field for Blacks, what does it mean for us? And I think that's what's causing the tension. What's going to happen when they get in charge? And for Blacks, we're so anxious. We're so close. I think for all of us, it's a little bit of a tension because we're just not sure what's going to happen. Not just in the next, 15 days, but what's going to happen over the next 15 years.
So, race relations in the U.S. I think that they are generally bad. So I would have to agree with the majority on this statistic. I think they're generally bad. I think that it's always been bad, and I think that we haven't made as much progress as we think that we have. I think that things are dressed up nicely, but I think the root of it is pretty much the way that it's always been, right? And so it's funny that you speak about the election and Kamala Harris getting elected. I guess you would be considered the first Black vice president when they win. I'm gonna say when they win. But when they win. And that's kind of going to lead me into the next statistic that says Trump has made race relations worse. Now, Kaylin, I want to ask you this. Do you think that Trump has made race relations worse? Or did Trump just expose what was already going on in the country anyway?
I think he exposed. And I want to go back to the race relations gender in the U.S. bad question. I think the thing that's happening right now is that people are actually having those conversations. In my job, I have a white VP DBO. We have a talk every month about race relations and what's going on. I think that it doesn't seem as bad because people are talking about it. You know, like they're openly talking about it, having the conversations. But I think that it just I don't think it got I think it's the same. I think we just have cameras and social media and more people talking about it, but I don't think it got bad or worse or better. I think it's the same that it always been. I just think that it's more in our face right now, with social media and video cameras and those type of things. And I think people are have a little more bravado, you know, with saying how they feel and what they're dealing with. So those things are more in our face right now. So I don't think it got. I think it's the same. I think it's the same. And with Trump race relations, I think it's the same. I just think he gave people a little more. Made them froggy. Is that what it say? Yeah, it made.
He put a battery in
Yeah,
his
it made
back.
people a little more froggy.
Confident.
Yeah, confident to what they want to say.
When you have a leader that is not afraid to say what he wants to say, and I think that's one thing that I can respect about Trump.
Me too.
I don't like,
Me
and
too.
I think stupid as well as ignorant.
Mhm.
But I think that he's so stupid. He don't know how to play the game, right?
Right.
He don't even know how to hide
He don't.
what typically you see white America try to hide.
Yeah.
Because see, right now, unifying, which should be a goal, unifying seems trendy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to. People don't want to be caught racist. They don't want to get caught because we are living in a world of technology.
I can speak to that. Recently, we recently moved to the Collierville neighborhood, so it's a predominantly white neighborhood. And so my mother-in-law was at our house, and she got pulled over right in front of my house. So I came outside just looking like, because I like smoke. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I'm with the smoke. So I'm just kind of observing, just kind of trying to see what's going on. And instead of actually writing a ticket, he kind of gave a citation. Because right now he's trendy. I guess he's one of the police officers that's taking heed to the ignorance that's taking place in the media, and he didn't want to get caught up in it. And right after he pulled her over, when she pulled into the driveway, it was an older white gentleman that pulled, like, he was speeding, he stopped him, and he gave that guy a ticket. So I found that to be funny.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think when we talk about Trump, though, I think we keep saying that I think he is buffoonish, so to speak. But I also think with him loading up the federal judges, with him making various selections, right, when it comes to local and government and legislation, right? So he's going through looking at a lot of legislation. He's going through and tearing up a lot of old allies or countries that we were partnering with for years, and he's making new allies. I think Trump he's the kind of guy who he plays sleep, but he hear everything that's going on. And I think it's a facade. I think he played people to think, hey man, I know you think that I'm loud. And I think while he's making all this noise over here, his partners are doing something in the silence that we're missing. I think he's a distraction. He's not a lame duck. He's a distraction.
He's stupid, but he's being guided by someone smarter than him.
Yeah.
Who's instructing him on what to do to distract us from what I agree, from whatever is really going on. But dude, real.
And he's strategic. He's a businessman, right?
Absolutely.
He's strategic, so he always has his business forefront. Like he always gonna do what's best for him and the people who fund him, regardless of what he has his tribe best interest at hand. And I mean, I have my tribe best interest at hand, but I'm also not the president. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like I think that for that kind of job, for that kind of role, you have to have a kind of. I mean, politics is not a clean. You know,
it's a game.
It's a game, and it is no one has no clean hands in politics. But I think with him, it's like he really don't give a damn about if you see his hands dirty. He'll take his dirty hand and smear it across your face.
That's true.
Because he really don't care how it turned out.
You said that you feel like Trump has his tribe's best interest at heart.
Yes.
I would have to disagree. I think that Trump is always gonna do for the dollar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he don't care about impoverished white folks. It ain't no.
Yeah.
That ain't his tribe.
That ain't his tribe.
Okay, because I was about to say we just talking about community
No.
and villages, how we talk black, how we talk white.
That's not his tribe.
He don't care about poor white folks.
Yeah, that's not his tribe. Those his fan base. It's a difference.
That's right.
There's a difference.
My thing is, I feel like why do we give him or any presidential figure that much power? That's really more because I feel like
power.
Yeah, because I might sound a little crazy, but I believe in elitism. So you got this circle of people that's kind of pulling strings at the top, and it's pretty much like how much is a president? You can buy a president. Right. You know what I mean?
I'm getting my money. So, be a politician. I'm telling you, exactly. I'm gonna buy me one.
You gonna buy a politician?
I am.
It goes to something I don't know if y'all are familiar with a gentleman by the name of Dr. Claude Anderson, and he has this thing called the 5-story building. And the first floor is economics, spending money with our own people, making sure our money is in circulation with each other. The second floor is politicians. You use the money on the first floor to buy you a politician or lease that politician. So then when you get the politician, you go to the third floor, which is use that politician to influence the court and the police system. Okay, so then once we can do that, we need to go into owning the media. Like what y'all are doing right now, this is powerful. You're owning your media, you're communicating, we're able to organize, we're able to motivate. 33 people right now watching. Somebody can be motivated from the conversation that we had and go back into the world and do something powerful. And then the fifth floor, education. Now I wouldn't say that's the last or least important, but I understand why Dr. Claude Anderson put it at the top as far as the fifth floor, because think about it. What good is it for you to have a master's degree if that particular degree serves no value in the marketplace? You have people that have master's degrees that work at, no offense, fast food restaurants, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, or whatever. So, I mean, I think education is a lifelong thing, and it goes beyond just the post-secondary education. We need to be educating ourselves on how to get our credit right, how to get our money right. Because I guarantee you, Warren Buffett don't care who the president is. Mark Zuckerberg don't care who the president is. LeBron James don't care who the president is.
Don't care who the president is because they have their group economics so tight. They really tight with their village. So whoever the president is don't affect them. They making sure that. And honestly, with me, I'm trying to get to that point. I'm trying to get to that point that whoever the president, it don't matter because Kayla has this business. I'm gonna get my friend a job. I have this connection. Well, I'm gonna make sure my people are straight.
But there is a group of people that it doesn't matter, even if you don't have your ducks in a row, right? Mm-hmm. It is a group of people, called po folks, that it don't matter who the president is. We actually come from that, where it didn't matter who the president was. Our circumstances were the same.
We had
our folks still had to get up, work their ass off to feed us, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, and being a president, it didn't change our situation.
It did, not even with Obama, and I love Obama.
I love Obama too, but it did not change.
But it ain't changed a thing.
No, we had the same job. Didn't give anybody nobody get houses rained down on them. No one got jobs rained down on them. Nobody got no breaks on student loans and education, more scholarships or raises or anything like that. So it really didn't affect us in our community in Orange Mound. Being whoever the president was growing up, it was the same thing.
It had nothing to do with the hood.
The most impactful thing I remember was who was the people in city council. Who was the people that was on the board of education? Who was the people that were the mayor? Those type of things were more impactful than who the president was, because your local government matters
directly affect you.
So that matters more than anything. Like how that money is distributed in your community, your school system. So a lot of people worried about the president, and honestly, I haven't been talking about this conversation because
we're actually gonna segue after you make that point.
Yeah, I haven't been talking about it because I'm more focused on let me tell you what I was doing in 2017, 16. I was going to all the political stuff because I wanted to see who moved the plays, who was coming up, who was doing this, who was doing it. Because when I do get my money up, I need to know who I need to align myself with. I need to know who I need to make my ally. I need to know who those people are that's making those, making those changes, putting those things in places. So that's what I was doing back then because I wanted to understand what was going on. Being a president, that's important, but to me, more important is who's gonna be the city council for District 10.
It's all right. So to transition from black folks in politics, so I want to throw at this. I want to throw at this next. Somebody said hello. I don't care who the president is, but do vote to ensure that those in my community are. I can't see the